BlackRock, you've heard of them, right? Maybe not. They're not exactly a household name like, say, Amazon or Beyonce, but let's be clear, BlackRock is a big deal. We're talking massive, like holding more money than most countries. Massive. How massive? Try $10 trillion in assets under management. That's trillion with a T. It's enough money to make Scrooge McDuck blush. It's more than the entire GDP of, well, pretty much every country except the US and China. Yeah, let that sink in. Now, you might be thinking, John, why should I care about some financial giant with a boring name? Fair question. But here's the thing. BlackRock doesn't just manage money, they manage the world. They're like the Beyonce of investing, except instead of killer dance moves, they've got stakes in pretty much every major company you can think of. And that, my friends, gives them a whole lot of power. The kind of power that shapes economies, sways governments, and, dare I say, might just impact your life in ways you never imagined. Buckle up, because things are about to get interesting. Every good story needs a protagonist, and in the saga of BlackRock, that leading man is none other than Larry Fink. Now, Larry isn't your typical Wall Street tycoon. He doesn't wear a monocle. He probably doesn't even own a top hat. But don't let the lack of ostentatious accessories fool you. Larry is a force to be reckoned with. As CEO of BlackRock, he's the maestro of the money symphony, the conductor of the cash orchestra. He's known for his annual letters to CEOs where he dispenses wisdom like a financial Oprah. These aren't your typical make more money pep talks. Larry's all about stakeholder capitalism. That's fancy CEO speak for don't be evil and also make more money. But hey, at least he's trying, right?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like getting financial advice from your cool, rich uncle who also happens to control the fate of the global economy. No pressure, Larry.
Okay, let's rewind to 2003. Remember the US invasion of Iraq? Yeah, good times. The Bush administration promised to bring democracy to the Middle East. What they actually brought was a whole lot of chaos and a reconstruction effort that made building a Lego Death Star look like child's play. Enter BlackRock. See, after a war, someone's got to rebuild all the stuff that got blown up. Roads, bridges, buildings, you name it. And who better to handle all that lovely reconstruction cash than a company that manages trillions of dollars?
So BlackRock swooped in, snagged some sweet government contracts, and got to work rebuilding Iraq, one bombed-out building at a time. Now, I'm not saying BlackRock caused the war, but they weren't exactly opposed to profiting from the aftermath. And that, my friends, is where things start to get a little ethically murky.
Section 4, from Baghdad to Kyiv, with profits along the way. Fast forward to 2022 and we find ourselves staring down the barrel of another conflict, Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Deja vu, anyone?
And guess who's back again? That's right, our old pals at BlackRock. Now, BlackRock's involvement in Ukraine is a bit more complex than just rebuilding bombed bridges. They're managing investments, advising the Ukrainian government on financial matters, and generally trying to keep the Ukrainian economy afloat.
On the surface, this sounds like a good thing, right? Helping a country devastated by war?
Well, sure. But it also raises some uncomfortable questions about the role of corporations in global conflicts. Are they benevolent actors providing crucial support? Or are they perhaps profiting from instability and wielding an uncomfortable amount of influence over a nation in crisis?
Section 5. Power dynamics, governments, and the big money machine. Here's the thing about having $10 trillion. It buys you a lot of friends in high places.
When you're BlackRock, you don't just lobby governments, you advise them. You don't just ask for favors, you pretty much call the shots. Governments need money. BlackRock has money. It's a match made in, well, not heaven, but definitely somewhere in the vicinity of Wall Street.
This cozy relationship between BlackRock and governments around the world has led some to argue that the company has become too big to fail, too powerful to ignore. And when a company becomes that powerful, it's not just about making money anymore, it's about shaping the world in their image.